Hey guys, it's Sunday, so my hair is on top of my head and I have a t-shirt on, so you have to overlook me because, well, you just have to. So, this video, as you can tell by the title, is all how I use social media to build my business. I started from the bottom and just gradually went to the top. I am not to the top yet, but I'm getting there. But all about how I use social media to build myself for pretty much free, and so this is pretty much what the video is about. Okay, first things first is, what social media are you going to use? Are you going to use Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube? How are you going to go about it? You have to learn which ones you like best. If you like them all, use them all, but be prepared to be overwhelmed with posting on every single one of them, because I use most of them and it is very challenging at times. So your first thing is, how much time are you going to dedicate into this, and how many social media platforms do you want? Because that will determine how many people you reach out to and how many people you connect with. Okay, tip number 2 is you have to figure out, who are you trying to get into your business? Do you want an older crowd, a younger crowd, everybody to come into your business, which most people do. So you have to figure out who you're trying to target with your business and your advertising, and that in the end will help you figure out what you need to post, because trying to figure out what to post in the beginning is so just difficult, I guess you could say, because you don't know what people are going to want to see. And I know I sound like I'm rambling, but it is because this is the hardest thing I've ever tried to explain, because what I did to start out with was Google how to advertise myself for free, because I was fresh out of beauty school. I had no idea what I was doing when it came to advertising. So I was like, I'm going to Google everything like most people. So that's what I did. So when I say, who are you trying to get in your chair, that was one of the first things Google told me, was you need to figure out who you're trying to connect with. Because if you don't even know who you're connecting with, the post probably isn't going to make sense. So that is tip number 2, is who are you trying to get in your chair, and go from there. Okay, tip number 3 is how I take good quality pictures. And I'm not gonna lie, I do not have a professional camera. I use my iPhone 6s Plus. So people are always asking, Savannah, you post great pictures or you do great videos, and how do you do it? And I'm like, lighting and quality of the picture. Because if you go outside and it is rainy and it is nasty looking, your picture probably is going to be rainy and nasty looking. Simple as that. I recently got a ring light, which really helps with these videos and with pictures of my client's hair. So I kind of want to say to invest in one of those. You can get them on Amazon, or I don't know really where else you can get them, but anyway. So that is a big thing, is you want good quality pictures, and I'm going to post now what a bad quality picture is. And now I'm going to post what a good quality picture is. Okay. So, as you can see, there's a huge difference in bad and good, and it took me forever actually to find a bad picture, because I usually delete them as soon as I take them. And it does happen. As a stylist, you will find that some days you will have great photo sessions with your clients, and then some days it's like, oh my gosh, this isn't working. Don't ever post a picture that looks bad, because people are going to see it. So that is bad advertising. So always post good quality pictures, always post good quality videos, and that's pretty much my tip number 3. Okay, tip number 4, and as I said before, you want to grab people's attention. And when I say grab their attention, I mean they need to be scrolling through their social media, be like, oh, that looked interesting, and go back to your post multiple times, or tell people about your post, like, hey, go check this out, or make them share it, or do whatever. So first things first, when grabbing someone's attention, is to use capital letters. I know that sounds crazy, but when I'm scrolling through social media and somebody uses capital letters, that's the first thing that my eye goes to, is I want to read whatever that is screaming at me. So you need to use capital letters and emojis, which sound crazy, but it works. I use probably 5 to 10 different emojis usually with each post if I'm trying to advertise myself, and it works great. I always have people commenting, liking, sharing, just being engaged in my post just simply because I use capital letters and emojis, which sounds crazy. Okay, everybody, tip number 5. If you are trying to advertise yourself, you need to kind of explain to everybody what is going on in your post. Some days I am very elaborate with what I say, and then some days I am sweet and simple to the point of what I did in the picture or what's happening, and it helps tremendously. I'm constantly telling people this is how I went about the situation, usually with, pictures of hair and the process of what I did. But if you are not in the hair industry and you're kind of thinking, okay, how do I do this? You need to explain like what kind of camera you used, that you're giving professional products away, that you're doing this, that you're doing that. You need to explain if you're doing a giveaway, you need to explain exactly how you're doing the giveaway, because you will get a million questions if you don't. So my thing is, always be elaborate when you post. Do not just be like, this is a highlight I did, because people don't understand what you're talking about usually. If you do photography, don't just be like, this is a picture I took. You need to be very specific about what's happening. Use good catchphrases. It's not a thing. But anyway, catchphrases, sayings, hashtags. Hashtags are a big thing also, and I keep doing stuff with my hands, everybody. But anyway, so hashtags are a huge thing, and that's actually my tip number 6. So yeah, tip number 6, everybody. Hashtags. Sounds crazy, but I use them daily. Like I do hashtag behind the chair, hashtag blondes have more fun, hashtag blonde, hashtag everything that has to do with the picture. And it usually, I can tell that I get probably at least 20 more people engaged in my post if I use a hashtag. If I don't use a hashtag, it's usually not as high as if I did. So I have learned just to go ahead and throw them in there. It takes an extra 5 seconds to type them out. Most people think they're annoying, but if you are promoting yourself, that is a free way for people all over to be like, oh, look at that post, or oh, this person's doing what I'm interested in, or why I searched this. So hashtags are a key way to grab people's attention and to connect with people all over, because so I said free advertising, but tip number 7, if you get to the point where you can do this, because at the beginning I didn't have no extra money. But on Facebook and Instagram, you can actually promote certain posts or promote your page or whatever, and it depends. Like some posts can be like from $5, and then some can go all the way up to like 20, 25. I don't know. You can just, I guess, pay however much you want. But the more you pay, the more people you reach. Like one post, I think I paid $7. I can't remember. But anyway, I paid like somewhere but under $10 at least, and I reached over like 3,500 people, which was amazing. And I know that it worked, because I would always ask my clients, how did you find me? Because that is another thing. You want to know what social media is working best for you. Instagram tends to work the best for me. Yes, Facebook is awesome and I love it, but Instagram is just a good way for people to keep up with what I'm doing. And it's always usually somebody's like, yeah, I found you on Instagram. That's about how it goes. So I usually try to promote myself more on Instagram than anything. So if I pay, I try to pay on Instagram. I have promoted myself on Facebook before. So either or works. So if you have the extra cash and you're like, hey, I got tipped $10 today, I'm just going to put that towards promoting my business, you are actually investing in yourself, which is a huge thing. Okay, tip number 8 is dividing your personal life from your business life. I did not understand this at first. Before I had my Instagram page, which this is what it's called. But anyway, before I had my Instagram page, I used my personal page to post pictures of hair that I've done, promotions that I was doing, just everything about my business life on my personal life. And it got super confusing. And I know that sounds crazy, but it just did. I realized that I was being overwhelmed with stuff. I was connecting to a lot of people, but it wasn't the people that I needed to connect with, which sounds crazy. So I was in my bed one night and was like, I'm gonna, like I said, Google how to advertise myself for free. And one of the big things that I've read over and over is to divide your personal life from your business life, because your business life is your business life and your personal life is your personal life. Every now and then I will post on my personal Instagram something that I've done, if it was like a super cool color, or if I just want to just remind people that I have a business Instagram, I will post that. But for the most part, I keep everything separated. Now on Facebook, I do have a business page, but I also post on my personal Facebook, because I have like I don't even know how many friends on Facebook, but I have a lot, so I know I can connect with a lot of people on there, and it's just a good way to get your name out there is on your personal Facebook. So that's kind of how my promoting myself went. I just had to separate my business and my personal, and it honestly has made everything a lot easier because tip number 9, and I just realized that I did not tell you how many tips I was doing on for social media, but I am doing 10, so this is 9. Anyway, the biggest thing that I have noticed is I blow my clients up on a post. If you are doing hair or photography or personal fitness or whatever you are trying to promote yourself with, if somebody has bought something off you or paid for your service, make sure they feel good about it. Like if you post, don't just be like, Susie got her hair cut, because that's boring and nobody cares about that. So, like I said, grab people's attention, do a bunch of emojis, a bunch of capital letters, just make them feel good about what they just put money into. Because if you're just like, so-and-so did whatever, you know, just a boring caption on something, they're gonna be like, oh, okay. But if you're like booming their name on this post, and that sounds crazy, but if you make them feel good, they're probably gonna come back to you, which turns into a repeated client, and then that turns into more money, more people they're going to tell. I mean, just make them feel good, because if they feel good, they're going to want to come back, and that just makes you feel good, so everybody's feeling good. So yeah, make them a star. My tip number 10, and yes, I have wrote down all my tips on here, but anyway, my tip number 10 is to promote deals and savings and things that your clients are going to want to know about. And I'm talking about, like, if you're doing a free wax with a haircut, you need to advertise every single day that you're doing it. If you're doing it for the whole month of March, or just for the week, or just for the day, you need to explain that it's just for that time, so that your clients don't get confused, so that everybody doesn't get confused, and bam. So, I know when I first got started on social media, every week I think I had a different deal going on. Like if you come in the first week of March, you get a free haircut with a color service, and you can do that with any business. I don't do any other business, so I don't know how you would go about it. But if you do deals, people are going to want to come to you. Like simple. People want to save money because times are hard sometimes. So if you're like, hey, I'm giving back to my clients or my new clients or whatever, then people are going to want to come to you. Like, end of discussion. So social media is a great way to kind of promote every deal that you do, or if you have retail on sale, or if you're doing a new color, or anything like that. Social media is the fastest and cheapest way to tell everybody what you're doing. People want to save money. It is so simple. So if you use your social media to platform all of your deals and savings and retail and all of that, you are golden. You are going to get people in your salon or in your business, and it's going to work, I promise. So that is my tip number 10, is just kind of promote everything. Deals, colors that you've done, just everything going on. If you're changing something in your business, tell people. People want to know. People want to be updated on everything that's going on. And if they don't, they can delete you. That is, I'm going to do 11 tips. Tip number 11, if somebody complains about your free advertising, go ahead and delete them, because they are not needed in your life. They are just a bunch of negativity, and that is not needed. I have probably deleted a bunch of people due to them just making snood comments to me about it, and my thing is I know it works, so I'm going to keep doing it. Social media has been the biggest help to getting people in my salon. Without social media, there's no way I could own a salon by myself at 20, and there's no way that I would have the clientele that I have. Social media is all to thank for getting all my clients and everybody that I absolutely love in here. I built my business pretty much on social media. I bug the crap out of people with posting all the time, but I don't care, because social media is my best friend and it should be yours. So do not be negative on social media. Do not post stuff that you don't want your clients to see. Do not be negative. That's pretty much my big thing, is just be happy, promote yourself, be a business person on social media, but also be yourself. Do not be fake, because people are still going to know who you are. But anyway, so that's my big spiel, and I will see you all next Sunday.